the question of employment in Cameroon is a big question, and the answer must come from different areas. We have the need for Cameroonian youth to be entrepreneurial oriented. That's one solution. We have the government to be conscious of creating an enabling business environment that encouragement they use to do their entrepreneur and already established companies to be able to employ more. And that means the taxes need to be touched and some other policies. We also have the private sector or parents to ensure that what you are studying as the person is going to school, you draft out a career path, like Marisha was saying. When you work with a student, the student has a career path. You say, okay, as you are starting your school, your first year you may have 4 courses. The second year, the courses are reducing. You start doing some part-time. And with that, you discover that before you leave school, you have the knowledge to start something. You have knowledge to be recruited. And so it will be difficult to leave school and spend 1 or 2 years on the basis that you don't have something when you did your background search and you did your study before you were in school. Most often when you see people say, I spent 3 years, either they want to come back from a classroom and become managers, which they cannot even manage because they don't even have the right knowledge, or they minimize the salary. The problem I see in Cameroon more is not even unemployment, it's underemployment. And that's why we need to fight more in Cameroon. People well qualified, but what they take home is far less than what they deserve. That's what I think we need to fight more now, not even just unemployment. There are employment opportunities, but we look at the qualifications and the take home. It's a big challenge.
Henry, I would just like to talk about this point again. Parents should have a plan for their children. Please, don't educate your child until you drop that child when she has graduated. Keep that money, cut it into 2, save part of it. When the child graduates, you arrange and give it to the child to start something. I think it's very important. To me, that's the way we should solve the problem.
From what you are saying, parents who had the mind to send their children to professional schools, whose institutional fees is inflated, should rather send the children to government schools so that they can keep half of the money.
Maybe their parents are parents know how to do the game. Yeah, they have some of them are in janky houses, some of them are in good, they have good job, but they know how to do that. They always give money. They also they say, okay, your allowance for this month, your monthly allowance is 40,000, 50,000. Plan with your child, cut part of the money and save, so that when the child will graduate, she may bring a project to you, and they make sure that she starts something. I think that mindset is going to go a long way to help us than to spend all the money in school on irrelevance. And at the end of the day, the child comes back home. We don't feel happy when we see that, Henry.
All right, televiewers of Fight Television, especially the youth who we are here because of them, what we are telling you is plan with your parents. As you are about to come out from school to face the real life situation, then the family must have put a real plan before you for what you can do and make your life meaningful to the society. We are going to take this break to come back to give you our recommendations, as we are also hoping to welcome the 2 gentlemen who are about to launch their Young Journalism Academic here in the city of Buea. Stay tuned as we come back to continue with the topic of discussion. Okay, if you are just tuning in, we are youth empowerment actors discussing on the topic youth dynamism and education. If you are a young person watching at us, what do you think you can be dynamic at? Are you studying and you think education is just the lone thing you can do and achieve a successful career? Are you a young person who is studying and working at the same time? Are you a young person who is multitasking? Is what we are discussing here today. And those of you who are sending your reactions, we are going to answer to you personally. And if you are watching, you have not yet sent your worries, your questions, your doubts, then I think you should be doing that, as we are hoping to be rounding up with the topic of discussion today, which is youth dynamism and education. We start with you, Tingom Ferdinand. Look at Boya, look at Cameroon, look at Africa, and we are talking about youth dynamism and education. What can you recommend to parents, to youth, and to the stakeholders?
Okay, I will start from the educational sector. It's high time we professionalize our education, not only on paper, but in practicals. And we should train our students to be producers, not only consumers, because we have this consumption mindset that has been a problem. The next thing is that for the youth, don't say you are a student and so you cannot do any other thing. That is a limiting mindset, and it's a mindset of a poverty mindset. You must learn to do multiple things. The 24 hours, when you structure it well, you always have time to do other things, to learn new skills. So it's vital for the youth to know that there's the need for multitasking, there's a need for them to learn new skills when they're even going to school that can help them. Even when they cannot employ you, should be able to do something and earn a living.
All right, you should be able to do